Hey, Sarah Jane, how's the it says pork chop, so I'm not sure if this is going to do any good or not, but we'll try. Thanks to Sarah Jane to try it this way. The last didn't work out, so you didn't miss anything. It's laggy. Yeah, it says very bad connection, so I'm sure it's my Wi-Fi. I just wanted to come on and uh, say hello since I haven't been on the last couple of days. Oh, I'm sorry. How about now, y'all? Nothing? Thank you, Janina. Okay. I don't know how long it'll last. Anyway, just wanted to come on here. My daughter came in on time. Well, not on time. She got delay after delay, but I finally got her home and it's been nice. So we just kind of been hanging out. So I thought, well, we've already had dinner. She ordered the takeout Chinese, the one I did the video on. And so she's taking a nap. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to get on and say hey. I'm really glad she's home. She's got all next week off, but I'm not going to take that much time off. I'll just have to time the mukbangs right. So, and then she'll be finding out when she leaves again. So, sometimes there's time where she has to prepare to go out of town, find out what's going to go on and all of that. So I'm hoping that'll take a while and she don't have to leave right away. That's my selfishness. So what have y'all have been doing today? Anybody having fun today? Aww. I'm sure he's excited. I'm sure he's really excited. What's he going to be studying, Sarah Jane? Oh, Karina, where are you going? Hey, Jesse. Oh, cool. So he'll be staying at home? Dallas, cool place. Oh, Janine, you're having a cookout? Cool. We left our grill behind, so we don't have a grill to cook out. Hey, Kimberless, I'm doing good. Take your time. I got a ton of videos. You'll catch up. I haven't really filmed anything the last few days, so you'll catch up. Stacy, I have no idea. You could go look at the stadium, Karina, the AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play. I don't want to hear no stuff talking from nobody. Cowboys roll. Hey, Jency. And my best friend, he is a Giants fan, and we go at it. Patriots, ew. Y'all, my daughter's first day back was awful for her. Awful for her. I had one of those weird sleeps, and so I went to bed and got up and tried to go back to bed. Was really in bed for a little while, and my daughter says, "Mom, you got to jump me. My battery's dead." Well, I hadn't turned her car on because when she was in California, she said, "No, don't worry about turning the car on. The battery will be fine." Well, I had to give her a jump, so she goes to work. I don't no sooner get into bed or try to lay down, and she texts me, "Mom, I got a flat. You got to come get me." So she tried to fix a flat, but the tire was slashed and they were old tires. And if anybody doesn't know, tires, even though the tread's left, they're only 4-year tires, and then the weather gets to them. So then I had to go take her to work. Then I picked her up, and then we had to go get tires. It was a crazy day. Yeah, you'll have the weekends with him, Sarah. Linda C, no, I don't. Yeah, we run hot and cold on that, don't we? I've heard somebody talk about them. I'll have to check them out. Hey, Mariah. Jessica. Yeah, I'm trying to be live. I think I keep glitching in and out. But here I am. And you're only getting me from the neck up because I'm in my tank top and no bra, and I got food all down my shirt. So kind of hideous right this minute. Oh, cool. Don't keep me from letting you buy your stuff. Thanks, Sarah Jane. This is the most successful live, and I never know how as good it's going to be. Is it Egma? You're not so silent anymore. You spoke up here. I'm so glad. Never be afraid to chat with me or comment. I don't allow trolls, so this is real cool, you guys. Hey, Mia. Hey, ASMR Lisa. Egma, is that how you pronounce it? Egma? Egma? I don't have my readers on, so I'm really surprised I'm getting these chats. Able to read them. My daughter wanted me to bring her dog with me to the airport. Oh, you should have heard him. He cried and cried. She cried and cried when she saw her. Oh my, and then she was holding her real close, and every time my daughter talked to her, she just cried. It was so heartbreaking. She missed her so bad. Now she's stuck to her like glue. Hey, Carrie. Cool. All right, I know Jessica's at the store. What are the rest of y'all did today? What did y'all do? Yeah, Mia, it was the cutest thing. I knew she would miss her, but oh my gosh, she just cried and cried. And the other two lost their mind when she got home. We've been catching up on Doctor Who. My daughter turned me into a Whovian. Ooh, never a bad day for Chinese takeout. Never. Did you, Jesse? Yeah, we stayed into, well, we went this morning to have pancakes with my mother, but then we've been home ever since, so I don't blame you. The rain, it can be either a blessing or bad, because if it doesn't rain enough, all it'll do is make it steamy. Oh, ASMR Lisa, thank you. Did she? I'm so glad, Sarah Jane. It seems like you can recuperate better when, you're at home. So I'm glad they allowed her to come home. Carrie, it can be too hot to do much. The temperatures are just rising. I don't think it's officially summer till the 20th, right? I can't tell. Sorry, I gotta scratch myself. Yes, I bathe regularly. It's the ginger's getting me. Yeah, Mariah Martinicki posted the temperatures for the next week, and I think y'all are supposed to get a 107 at least where he's at. A high of 107, I think he said. The prediction said. That's pretty hot. Hi, Stacy. I'm glad you finally got me. Oh, good, Sarah Jane. I really am still praying for her. Hey, Rachel. I'm so excited, 9 whole people. I usually get 1 or 2 because I'm sorry, but I don't announce them because I've just had such bad luck. I don't want to get everybody excited and then y'all can't see me and get frustrated. So, oh, humidity and heat is terrible. Hey, Roxy from California. Carrie, Texas heat is no joke. No joke. Roxy, are you bragging about no humidity? Quit your bragging. Just decent. I'd be bragging too. Oh, thank you, Rachel. ASMR Lisa, that's where you're from, Britain? Cool. Roxy. Don't be teeheeing. We know. We know. Red. Thank you, Jessica. This is my favorite. Red's my favorite color. You would think it was pink, but it's actually red. Mariah, for breakfast, I had my mother's homemade pancakes and breakfast sausage. And then for dinner, my daughter bought the Chinese takeout, the one where I did the Chinese takeout mukbang, the same restaurant. Yes, Sarah Jane, I did it just like you did. So thanks to you, I'm live. I really appreciate that. I know that I cannot think of his name, that Canadian. The guy, the fog, y'all. Sarah Jane, you're always on his lives. He has a program on his phone, and he said he was going to send me a screenshot, but and then he can see his comments bigger on his computer, and I wanted to do that, but he would never tell me which one, and the one I picked never worked. So it was hot yesterday, not much today. Well, that's good. A little bit of relief, Rachel. Stacy, it is great having her home. I want to keep her here, but that's... Yeah, Carrie, the cost of living is terrible in California, I hear. It's terrible. I mean, it's bad. Even here, where I am, the cost of living is not even as high as, like, Houston. And I hear California's worse, so... Yes, Calvin, but that's not his screen name. Oh, Mariah, it was so good. Really, Stacy? I love red. Love, love red. When you said that, that reminds me of that song, Rachel. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Who's old enough to know that? Showing my age, I know, but, I don't hide my age from y'all. Maple Life, that's it, yeah. Yeah, he uses a specific app he downloaded, and then he can use the camera on his phone to record, but then it shows up on his computer where he sees the image of the messages bigger, so he can read them faster. But I could never get it to work, and he was going to screenshot me the picture of the app because I had so many choices. So... on this one, and I don't know if you have that problem, Sarah, but the messages keep going away. So I keep having to push this number, and then it says show the messages, but it doesn't keep it on here. Thank you, Stacy. I've been frustrated because I've wanted to go live. But because I'm having to use my phone to go live, I'm not sure if I can do a live cooking mukbang. I'm sorry, Sarah Jane, did I miss it? Sometimes what? That's okay, Jesse. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll do a more schedule one since I know this works. You know what I mean? This has been the most successful one, and maybe I can do an announcement or something. You have a good day. Buy me something from Target. No, just kidding. Bye. Thank you, Mariah. I'm excited too. Oh, yeah, this going live is easier this way outweighs the frustration of having to push the comment button all the time. I'm just afraid that I won't do it fast enough and it'll scroll too fast where I'll miss somebody. So, but we're going at a really nice pace, so I appreciate that. Oh, y'all know what my hair looks like. Busted Cat Biscuits. I had it up a different way, and when I said, oh, it may not look too bad, but I had put it up without a mirror. So then when I turned the camera on, I was like, oh, no. I will scare these folks away. Am I full screen or not full screen? Oh, Mariah, I don't know. I have so many. My favorite channel. I just have so many. I just make sure that I really don't miss. You know what I mean? So I don't have like one favorite. Um, I know the very first mukbangs that I ever watched was no, Sarah, my phone is not sideways, so I'm just curious if I'm small screen or full screen. Was Banz, Banzz. I watched him several years ago, and then I started watching him recently, and then from there, Kimmy popped up, and I started watching her all the time. So I hit and miss on her now because I've got so many others that I enjoy watching. I'm not. I'm assuming surgery yay is a little sarcastic, Rachel. All right, y'all stay with me. I'm gonna try to turn me sideways and see what happens. Somebody said audio was bad. Is this better? I didn't have the phone all the way up. Let me see if I do sideways. Y'all tell me what happens. All right, Sarah Jane, it's telling me to rotate my device, so we gotta go up and down with it. It just went away, so. Now, good luck on your surgery. I'll be thinking about you and praying about you. Yeah, all the chats stayed sideways, and I mean, my face turned. Did it do? What did it do on y'all's end? It's small screen now, or did it stay small screen when I turned it? Rachel, you have surgery the 28th? Your face just turned sideways. Well, now you know what it looked like laying down. Don't be stupid, like. Okay, thanks, Mariah. Oh, so it doesn't improve it at all. Well, to go live, some things we just got to live with. I think it's my Wi-Fi that prevents me from doing it strictly on the laptop. I don't think I have strong enough Wi-Fi. Stacy, am I sideways now or when I had it turned? Probably when I had it turned. Gotcha, Sarah. Thank you. Carrie, thanks. I just saw your hilarious comment. Well, Mariah, I needed something to do, and like I said, I watched Kimmy, and then who really inspired me was Jasper Days and Mommy Tang, because they were kind of sassy, a little attitudey. They weren't quiet and professional like Kimmy, and so I'm like, hey, I could do that. And I thought, well, what would I do? I know I want to do mukbangs. What would I talk about? And so I thought about the fibromyalgia, and because I had looked up fibromyalgia videos before, and they're always they were just like lectures and stuff that I saw, always speaking in medical terms, and I'm the type of person, you know what? Explain it, just explain it like I could understand it. So I said, I'll talk about that. And then I can make a little money on the side, to help out. Because like I've told you before, I took a big hit in pay. And I just grew to love it more and more. And so that's why I got online. And I'm just really having a good time with it. But I didn't tell my family, and a lot of my friends still don't know because I don't want the criticism. You know, a lot of people don't understand mukbangs, but then that's how advertisers sell food products. Uh, you know, Coca Cola, the sound of the soda pouring into the glass, the clinking of the ice when you see an alcohol commercial, the pulling of the cheese in a pizza commercial. So I don't know why people have such an aversion to mukbangs because they see it all the time on TV. So well, all my family knows, and the person that found out the last uh, was a family member, and they kind of had, they were trying to be polite, but they had kind of a negative response to it, and they were upset because it's almost a year. The 20th is my 1 year anniversary of being on YouTube, and um, that they were the last ones to know, and how come they didn't know, and all of that. And I said, well, what's your opinion? And they gave me their opinion, and I said, we were in texting, and I said, and that's why I didn't tell you. So I like it. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's not like I'm selling pornography. Nobody would watch. So I have a good time with it. Some of my friends know. I'm telling them slowly. The ones that I think, even if it's not for them, they're not going to bash me. So, right, Sarah Jane? So that's why. Carrie, I'm about that now. You know, I'm just, that's what I do. If, you know, I never want to do anything that would intentionally hurt someone. You know, I've tried to be the better person during this divorce, even though she's being unkind on my Facebook, even though it's my Facebook page. I think before I post a meme. And do I have to do that? No, it's my page. But why wouldn't you want to be kind? And some friends and even some family still post stuff that they know will upset people. So I can't help them, but I can help what I do. And I swore that this horrible divorce I'm going through would not change me, and I hope that still stands true. I hope that it hasn't. But I'm not going to be passive. People think that because I don't engage an ugly person or stand up to someone that I'm being weak or that I'm afraid of them, and that's not the case. It's like it's not worth it, especially with the fibro, because stress and being upset really affects it. So thank you, Jessica. It's funny. I've always been a strong person. I raised my daughter on my own, and up until I met the wife. And my daughter was like 15 or 16 when she and I met. I had help in the very beginning. I lived with my parents for a couple of years until I got my footing, and then I moved out. And it's just been me and her ever since. And I think one of the things that kind of disappointed my daughter was that I lost a lot of myself in the marriage. And deciding I didn't want to be with the wife anymore was one of the hardest things that I'd ever had to do because I thought we would be married forever. I didn't want to be divorced. I didn't want to be separated for her, and I tried everything that I could to try to keep it together, but there comes a point where you just say, you can't, and I still think about it. I still miss her. I still love her. I don't know why, because of the things that have happened since she left, but it's just something I have to work through. 16 years being together, I can't just shut it off. Oh, thank you, Carrie. I'm glad I can do that. Y'all do too. Sometimes I'm tired. I'm like, I really don't want to film, but I want to film. Does that make sense? And then as I'm filming, I start to feel better. I'm being accomplished. I know a lot of people that need a laugh are going to watch me, and I always hope that I can make them laugh. Thank you, Izzy. I try. I'm feeling like my old self again slowly. Thank you, Sarah. I like yours too. Oh, Igma, thank you. Sarah, I kind of made fun of you when you were still in the hospital. I felt so guilty, and I was hoping that when you do watch the video, you would laugh. Me and somebody else were talking, and I think it was on video or in the comments, and I was saying that you love sour cream so much. I said, hell, she puts it in everything. I said, she even puts it in her kimchi soup. Dang it, she's ruined that kimchi soup. Thank you, Rachel. Well, Mariah, you just got to go back. You weren't missing nothing in the beginning if you watched my original videos. They were terrible. They were horrible. Because somebody mentioned it was in comments because somebody asked about the jarred kimchi, and I said, well, Sarah Jane made kimchi soup, and she used the jarred one. It didn't wasn't as red as mine. I said, but it looked pretty good. And then I said, until she ruined it with sour cream. That's what I said. And I found out from someone that the wife's dog is sick. That she's posted pictures where Callie is pooping in the house and there's blood in the poop. And Callie did not poop in the house, and so I want to call or text the wife and check on Callie, but she won't take it in the spirit that I'm contacting her. She would think I was being nosy. She'd concentrate on more about how I found out, accuse me of having spies, and that's not why I would be calling. I know that I shouldn't worry about the dog anymore. She was always the wife's dog. We got the dog for the wife and stuff, but I just can't get it out of my mind. I do miss the dog, and I worry now that she's not well. So I'm hoping the wife took the dog to the vet. So y'all say some prayers for Callie. Y'all saw her in my early videos, the really dark brown long-haired dog. Hey, Susan. Hey, Susan. Good to see you. Kimchi. It's hard to say what kimchi tastes like. When it's pretty fresh, it's crunchy, it's very garlicky, and it's got a spice to it. It tastes really good. It's like a spicy cabbage salad. And as it gets sour, it starts taking on a vinegary taste, and it starts to smell stronger because it's cabbage fermenting. Just like it's the German sauerkraut. How it starts to get stinky. But to me, I love kimchi, but I do not like sauerkraut. So, Mariah, Walmart's now sell it, but I can tell you that it will taste a little different than if you buy it at an Asian store. If you have any Asian store around you, you're going to be able to buy kimchi. So you're just going to have to. And then you can get it online. I know that Mommy Tang buys the mother-in-law's kimchi from Amazon. So, Rachel, yes, it does. It smells, and when it gets real sour, when it's perfect for making in soup, it smells to high heaven. And when I cook it, it starts smelling real good as it boils and cooks, but smells go outward. You know what I mean? So then after a while, if I go into the bedroom, which is the furthest end of the house, all it smells like is the uncooked kimchi. So that's pretty stout. Sorry, y'all. I'm holding this up with my hand, so I'm really wobbly. Sorry. Wonder where my little man went. That's a good question to ask because it doesn't smell as bad as a dead corpse, but it smells pretty stout. I'm going to use the word stout. I don't know where my little man went. Sito, what are you doing? Ooh, I forgot my daughter's sleeping. I can't be yelling. Here he comes. What are you doing? Well, his right eye is floppy, so I think he was laying in the bed. I think he sometimes hopes that I'll come to bed. Dang, that's kind of close, y'all. What's up? What? No sour cream? There he is. Boo boo, everybody sees you. Yeah. Sarah J, I'm going to take your word for it. Look, 11 folks and nobody's talking. Come on now. Here's your chance to ask me some questions. Hey, Latina J, holla. Candera 30, hi. I'm not sure. Traveling is hard for me. And when she goes out of town, it's for business. It's for her job. So I don't know. We never really talked about it. My daughter's dog is in her room taking a nap with her. You saw little man next to me, and then big dog is on the floor and the carpet in front of me. Okay, Rachel, hurry back. You thought about me, Latina. Cool. Good or bad? My daughter she will be 34 this year. All right, Sarah Jane. Thanks, Susan. I was telling them red is my favorite color. Hey, Caitlin. Wow, you went right for the jugular, didn't you? Stacy, you went right for the jugular. It's not that I don't want to be married anymore. I wish things could have worked out, but there were a lot of issues that we had, and sometimes we ironed them out, and then they'd come back up again. And there were things about her, and I'm sure there were things about me. I'm not, if you can believe it, I'm not always pleasant and polite. But issues that I had always seemed to be ignored. Things that I wanted to change would change for a little while, and then they wouldn't. So I just got tired of it. It was like, and some things that happened that night before she left, because it started on a Sunday night, and she left and spent the night with her son and came back to talk things out, and we didn't talk very long because it just sounded like the night before, and she made a threat of leaving, which she always did, and I always asked her to stay. I would tell her, well, I don't want you to leave, but if you think that's what you need to be happy, then, that's what you need, but I want you to stay. And I just had enough. The night before I realized the particular topic, I realized, it's always going to be like this. It's always going to be this way. And so the next day, I knew that nothing was going to change. So when she said she'd had enough, she said, if it's going to be like this, I don't want it anymore. And I told her, then fine, pack your stuff and get out. And it shocked her. She's like, what? I said, if you can't take it anymore, then pack your stuff and get out. And she did. And to this day, she will say that I threw her out. But she's the one that, threatened to leave, and I called her on it. But the truth be told, that even if she hadn't, either that day at the end of our fight, discussion, whatever, or within the few days, I would have ended it. Probably in a more calm manner than what went down that particular day, but I would have. Hey, Cheese. Mariah, no, not that I know of. And, they say that you can tell, but no, I don't think so. I don't think she ever did. Thank you, Stacy. And I never did, in case anybody's wondering. I mean, it was a miracle to get her to like all this. No, I wasn't this heavy when we met. So I haven't heard from her in over a month. So I think that's kind of what helps too, that I don't have that stress. Oh God, what's this call about, So the cat was chasing the dogs. That's funny, Rachel. The weather is hot. I haven't checked the temperature, but I think it's set on hell again. And it'll be set on hell from now until probably December. We'll probably be wearing shorts at Christmas. Although this past winter did get cold. Hey, Sammy. Hotter than balls? Sorry, I don't do balls, so I'm really not sure how hot that is. Sorry. She sounds like a bully, Rachel. Oh, thank you. I love y'all too, Egma. Yes, yeah, it is set on hell here. Doing pretty good, Cheese. Doing pretty good. I've not been on only because my daughter's back, and she's barely been back, so I will tell her, Stacy. Thank you. Sammy, I am live streaming on my phone through the YouTube app. Sarah Jane told me how to do it because she went live just the other day for the first time, and she was using the YouTube app, and she told me what to click on, and so it's thanks to her I'm live today. She's still a little bit jet lagged. She's napping right now, which is why I decided to get on, and I'm hoping I'm not talking so loud. I'm keeping her up. A lot of times she just puts her headphones in. Yes, yes, I got it working. So, Sammy, go for it. Try it. Miranda, I already had supper. It was my daughter ordered Chinese takeout from Walk on Fire, which is the same place that I got the Chinese takeout in one of my most recent videos where I did the big Chinese takeout. Same place. Yes, Miranda, it was yummy. I had coconut shrimp, and it's almost like the walnut shrimp, which, by the way, I'm planning on trying to do sometime soon. It was okay. It didn't taste very coconutty. Cheese, I don't know. With my daughter, she's got all next week off. I will not take the whole week off. But I'm not sure when she's going to be leaving again. I know it'll be soon, so I'm just gonna have to time the uploads right. So just please be patient with me. That's why I wanted to get on today so that I wouldn't be gone too long. I love sesame chicken and General Tso's chicken. General Tso's chicken, I think, is my favorite Chinese dish. And rainbow rice. It's really good. What you snacking on, Sarah? Susan, orange chicken, that's pretty good too. Cheese, rainbow rice, that's what a local Chinese restaurant calls it. It's been here forever, and it's all the fried rices together. Pork fried rice, chicken fried rice, shrimp fried rice. It's all in one dish, and it is so flippin' good. Oh my God, it is so good. I think another Chinese restaurant calls it combination rice, and it's the same. It's an effort to make this other restaurant's rainbow rice not the same. I don't know what that restaurant's called, the Taiwan Dragon, and I don't know what they do to their rice, but it is awesome, and they really are generous with the portions. Yeah, it really is. may have to get some and do a mukbang on it. It's really good. Cool, we got pork fried rice with this. My daughter bought an order and we shared it. I had that, and then I had the coconut shrimp I told you about, and then my daughter ordered that noodle soup that I had on the mukbang, and she really liked it, but she forgot to add the noodles, but that was still okay. That was very good. Mariah, let your fingers do the walking. Most Chinese restaurants deliver. Y'all, I managed to keep my daughter's dog in good shape, when I would give snacks, but she was not happy to see how fat little man is. She's like, Mom. I said, what? He's not bad. She said, he's a loaf of bread. Yes, I had beef pho. It was done in the office, and so it's been done since I've moved here. I'm gonna say about 10 mukbangs back. Mukbangs back. Y'all let me know. I number all my mukbangs, but I can't remember. But I did. We had pho. I've had it at the restaurants too. And yes, the spring rolls that are see-through that made with the rice paper. I made those too in a Let's Make. I love those. I love those too. All right, cheese. Thanks. I have never had Thai papaya salad. I don't even know if I've ever had Thai food because pho is Vietnamese, right? So I don't think I've ever had Thai food. Weird. Oh, this morning my daughter put together the spice rack, not spice rack, the rack I was telling you all about, and she put it together today while I was taking a nap. And it's not it's set up, but it's not decorated or the stuff put on it. When I do, I'll try to get some photos of it, share with y'all. That's what I hear, Mariah. I need to do it. There's like at least 10 in this area. Right now, cheese, I like my setup because the grill is small enough because I have a round kitchen table. So it's not like wide, it kind of rounds out. And having the stove small, I can put my products on either side. So that helps because I'm short in my torso and my arms are short. So I don't have a big reach. So matter of fact, when I'm setting up the laptop on that precarious setup, I use a back scratcher to grab the screen and pull it down to adjust it because I can't reach it. Mariah, I may do that. I just might do that. It's a good idea. Thank you. I cannot get enough close enough to durian fruit. I'm scared of it. The Omar that I go to has it every now and again, but it's always sold whole, and I'm scared of it. The way people describe the smell, they say it smells like vomit, and I'm going to take their word for it because I've never tried it fresh. So my answer then, that long-winded answer, is no. I have not. Land the plane, Fluffy, land the plane. I know he's not vegan anymore, but a lot of vegans eat the durian fruit. And they eat it like it's pudding or something. And Food Network channel, the chefs that have had to use it, like on Chopped or whatever, they start gagging and they say it smells horrid. It smells like vomit. So I'm like, yeah, if a chef who's supposed to have a taste for most things, you know, can't stand the smell, I blows my mind that all of them can, you know, eat it. Mariah, I'm not sure. With my daughter being home, me wanting to spend a lot of time with her, I'm not going to not film as long as she's in town. I just have to work it right. And plus, she will remind me, Mom, you haven't filmed in a while. She'll remind me, so it'll be soon. Now that she's home, I can get the gobby ribs. See if I can't do that sometime in the next few days. But tomorrow's Saturday, so I'm going to try to film something tomorrow. Word try, so. See, cheese, that's what I'm saying. If they say it's nasty smelling, I don't know if I really want to smell it. I have no idea, Sarah Jane. Mariah, no, I do not. I have mentioned it a couple of times in my older videos. This is kind of like a kind of like a day in the life for me. My day-to-day issues with fibro, how, to let y'all know how easily you can go down or go up and feel better, and then a little bit of exertion can knock you on your ass. And so I try not to pre-record because I want y'all to be in my same timeline as me. I mean, you get it a day later. Like if I recorded something today that wasn't live, I would immediately upload, and the minute I can get it uploaded, I've been known to stay up all night just so I can get it. You get it within a day. So it's just a thing for me. I just want to stay, in a timeline, because the one chick that always said she wanted to be on my 600-pound life, I can't remember. I haven't seen any. I don't think I ever subscribed to her, but she bounced around with her videos, and it seemed very chaotic to me, especially where she talked about events in her personal life. You know what I mean? And so because I do that so much, I don't want to flip-flop and bounce back. If I say, y'all, the other day, then it's going to be within the past week because of how I videotape and post. So there's another long-winded answer for you. Cheese, I know. Something's wrong with Nikocado. I know what flares up my fibro is sodas, and anything processed really is bad for us. It kind of makes us more fatigued and things like that. So staying away from like processed foods. Now I must say the chili mac, it did contain processed foods when I had the fresh with it, but it didn't mess with me as like I thought that it would. I was fine, but I, for the most part, really try hard to stay away from the processed foods anymore, and I fall short. We all do, you know. But then sodas. The last soda I had, I left soda in the can. If I drink too much, I start getting the fibromyalgia and just the feeling like really fatigued, and so I've been really trying to stay with the lemon water. Mariah, fibro is fibromyalgia. It is, you'd have to look it up. It's basically a nerve pain condition, but it comes with 200 plus other symptoms. It's not just about pain. It affects every part of your body. And the best way to describe it is if you've ever had the flu, that very first day where everything in your body hurts, that it even feels like your hair hurts, and all you want to do is just crawl in the bed. That's how we feel every single day, every day. with no relent, without relenting. Some days are better, some days are worse. Yes, cheese. I love processed foods too. So Mariah, but then add to that chest pain and pressure, headaches, migraines, vision problems, stomach nausea that comes out of nowhere. Along with that flu type of pain, you can get extra pain, like I'll get it really bad in my neck. It causes me to be dizzy. You're unsteady on your feet. It's just 200 plus, and I'm not going through them all. I know Sarah Jane did a video about all the symptoms, or she hit on a bunch of big symptoms that you might want to look into if you're really, really curious. Yes, Mariah, it is horrible. And what's more horrible is we look regular. You know what I mean? I don't look like I'm in pain all the time. Sarah Jane doesn't look like she's in pain all the time. And so when you go out somewhere and you're having to lean real heavy on a basket, or you're having an exceptionally bad day and you really want to ride in the electric wheelchair, and then people look at you and it's, oh, look at the fat, she can't walk because she's a fat ass, because you don't look like you're in pain. So that's the sucky part too. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, the flares are like the flu times 10. Cheese, from your mouth to God's ear. They're starting to slowly figure out that the different ways that fibro is, finding out more to a cellular level. So let's hope so. You talking about cannabis oil? Uh, I'm on several Facebook fibromyalgia pages, and some are taking, they got the miracle marijuana, and they do say that it helps. It wasn't even something that I would consider when I was still with the wife, because if she got any of that smoke and tested hot at work, it would mean her job. And so, in Texas, they've really poo-pooed the cannabis oil. You have to, I think the rule is, in order to get it, you had to have exhausted every other means of treatment, and you would have to have proof that you did the other treatment. And the problem is that there's no treatment. There is no treatment. My rheumatologist, I only went to have a paper trail that I was being treated for fibro for the disability. Because he would apologize to me and say, on behalf of the medical field, I'm so sorry, we can't help you. And then I would tell him the things I found out online and educated him. And he's the one who diagnosed me. And then we talk about his wife's miniature donkeys for the rest of the visit. So $40 out the window for no help. So, no, Mariah, there is no cure. Well, you have to have cannabis to make the oil, right? I'm not getting caught with it. I'm square with the corner sticking out. I agree, cheese. Me too, Sarah Jane. Cheese, I run hot and cold with legalizing it for the general public like Colorado, but I think it should be more readily available to people that need it, that are sick. But just like the narcotics, where now, because so many people have abused it, that it's even difficult for people that need it to get it. They have been told by the FDA, all the doctors, to cut back on dispensing it. So my Vicodin is, or my Norco is, prescription is like 3 years old. And I still have a few pills left because I hate it. I hate taking it, and I only take it when I absolutely have to. And I get nervous when I see how few pills are in there because it's kind of a safety net for me. Even though I don't use it that often, that it's that expired, but I do know it's there if I need it. So people can screw it up for everyone else all the time. People find ways around crap. Mariah, tell on yourself now. Go ahead. Just kidding. I agree, Cheese. I agree. I agree. 100%. They had the only reason why Texas relented and made that strict rule, and they thought Texas was giving in, because there was a boy, 8 years old, 6 years old, that would have seizures like, I know it was a high number. I'm thinking 15, 20 times a day. And I think that's me lowballing it. And when he started doing the cannabis oil, they stopped. And so I think they had it illegally, or they got it from somewhere else. And I don't remember how they got it. And so they sued the state of Texas and stuff, and to change the law or whatever. And they finally did. So now the boy has it legally. So, but from what I understand, unless they've changed the law again, you have to have exhausted all other ways to try to cure yourself. All right, Mariah. Keep this high to scratch my ankle. Okay. All right, Cheese. Thank you for dropping in. Bye. Wow, y'all, have I been on an hour and 9 minutes? Wow. How did y'all find out that I was live? Did the bell alert y'all that I was live? Because I wondered how y'all were going to know. I guess since the YouTube app, I guess it did. All right, Sarah Jane, bye-bye. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jessica. Which video? Hey there, Maple Life. It's okay. It's all right. We're still here. Oh, this one? Okay. Third. Fluffy. Did your house sell? Congratulations. I sure wish mine would. Now that you've got yours sold, you want to buy mine? When it come to Texas? Wow, it took 75 days. We don't have that long, and now it's month to month. It could go into foreclosure any day, so we're safe for the month of June. And the real estate agent said that she's not sure what July's going to hold, but I just get the feeling that she's dragging her heels, like she's not doing everything she can to help me, because the last 2 or 3 times that I've had to wanted information on how it was going, I had to contact her, and every time it's, oh, I was just going to call you. Oh yeah, right. So, but she sure did send me a bill for the cleaning job. I want to be a bitch and refuse to pay the whole thing, because the ex-wife admitted to the real estate lady that the reason the house was such a horrible mess was because she did it, and most of her crap was still there that she didn't want, instead of throwing it out like she promised me she'd do. So, but it doesn't do any good to argue. All it does is screw the real estate agency. So we'll pay it. My daughter said, "No, Mom, we got it." So, Cito, gonna wake up my daughter. But I think kids are in the back of the backpack. Oh, my daughter was able to fix the gate, y'all. She thought it was a little odd too that the gate was like that. So, not an incident since then. So, hang on a second. Besito! Well, that doesn't help keep him quiet, because I just yelled. That's cool, Maple Life. I'm happy for you. Kandera, I like all types of music except for the really heavy rap. But the majority of the music that I listen to is country. Love me some Blake Shelton. But, I like some of Imagine Dragons. They're radioactive. Eminem, believe it or not, a couple of his songs, like the one, I can't even think of the name of it, but it's like the theme song of the movie 8 Mile. I like that song. So I like different types, but the majority of what I listen to is country. Right? Yeah, we're renting too. I don't know if I'll ever own a home. Right now, my credit rating wouldn't allow for it, or my amount of income. I wouldn't have this nice place if it hadn't been for my daughter. So, that's good, Maple Life. That's good. If you can, I mean, life happens, and you know, not everything was my fault. That's a bad credit thingy, but you reap what you sow, and I allowed certain things, so I can't blame anybody but myself. Credit score doesn't go by income. Credit score goes by how well you pay your debt. So if the only debt that you have is your mortgage payment and y'all have never been late with it, then you're going to have good credit. Or if you have credit cards that you pay on time and never late, you're going to have good credit. She is younger than me. I was born in 63. She was born in 65. So sometimes I'm a little bit like 2 years, but sometimes for a couple of months I'm 3 years older than her. Kandera, no, I don't watch prison shows like that, because I know that prisons don't run like that. And I'm not a negative person by any stretch of the imagination, but shows like that, I know what real prison is like, so I would be calling bullshit on a lot of the stuff. I mean, even the previews that I see for the show, I'm like, oh, that's so dumb. That wouldn't happen in penitentiary. And so anybody watching with me would not enjoy the show either, or they'd run me out the house. I like stuff like the real shows, where they go into the prisons and they show stuff. Lock Up, I love watching. 60 Days In, I love watching. The Rookie Year, I don't think they've done a new one. I think they only did 2 seasons, so sorry, I almost dropped the phone trying to reactivate the chat. Yeah, he's older than you, right? Maple Life? He looks older than you. Or are you the older one? I like 60 Days In. Maple Life, can you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be haggy or anything, but can you not discuss that on my channel, please? I'm just not into discussing things like that. I know you are, and what you do on your channel, you're perfectly okay to do it, but let's talk about something else, okay? Not because it's carrots, it's just because I wouldn't brag about who I've been with, have I, you know what I mean? So, thank you. Yeah, he seemed older than you, like when y'all did the Costco mukbang in the car. Wasn't it Costco y'all went to and you were eating poutine, I think? That's when I got a good view of him, and he looks older than you. Kandera, do you like watching The Orange is the New Black? Gotcha. A lot of my friends on Facebook like watching it, so they talk about it all the time. My sister liked watching the show Oz, 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 about a male prison, and I never got into that either. I think it was like HBO or Showtime. I think it's been off the air forever. Lasagna sounds good. We had my mom's homemade pancakes for breakfast at her house, and then my daughter ordered Chinese today, Maple Life. Kadera. Oh, true granola. So that's why you're doing the lasagna? Cool. Never a wrong time for Chinese takeout. Janina, you always have good stuff to make. Jessica, when I have breakfast, eggs. I love eating any kind of eggs. Scrambled eggs, egg sandwich, damigas, any kind of sandwich. Any kind of breakfast sandwich. But the way my sleep works, I'm not usually up for breakfast. But today my daughter drugged me, said, Mom, let's go. I said, okay. Gotcha, Maple Life. Um, the very last unit that I worked at, no, they did not have cameras. It was only 600 inmates, but the male facility that we worked at before did have cameras. Did have cameras. Welcome back, Mariah. Sounds good, Janina. I've seen those TV dinners. They look awesome. There you go, Jessica. There you go. Anytime you want to. Yeah, I think I did that Migas mukbang at what? 11? What did I tell you what time it was? 11 in the morning or 1 in the afternoon? I can't remember. It was most certainly not breakfast. Mariah, what did you order? Thank you, Jessica. A lot of my stuff is like that, just quick, simple, and easy. You know, I can't get complicated like some of the other people that cook. I believe that, Maple Life. I believe that. Even Ben Dean says American food in Korea tastes different than when you have American food in America. Hey, Jago, my ego. I love that. I don't ever see you comment on my videos. How you doing? Jago, I've only ever done one collab, and that was when I did a collab with my wife with Views on the Road. I've been asked several times from other mukbangers to collab, and the only reason that I don't is because I'm so very unreliable. I mean, I've been doing pretty regular mukbangs, but I'm afraid that because on collabs, you're supposed to release the videos on the same day, close to at the same time as you can get it. But I never know how I'm going to feel day to day, and I would hate to have to set something up and then, not follow through on it. So, if I start staying feeling pretty good, I may consider it. I know Superfly's never asked me to do one, so, but she's such a sweetheart. I enjoy all her videos. My signature is Shut Up Mona when I have soda. Wow. Crab ragoons is so easy. I'm surprised that they don't carry it. Steamed rice, broccoli beef, and some egg rolls. Mmm, egg rolls. I like broccoli beef. As a matter of fact, I like the broccoli and the beef. I like the broccoli better than the beef. And that's unusual for me because I love me some cow. Thank you, Kandera. I really appreciate you hanging out with me for almost an hour and a half. You take care. Bye. Y'all, I did all those car mukbangs. I don't even want to look at my bank account right now. I want to look at it. Seriously, I've been afraid to look at it. Thank God I paid all my bills. Well, thank you, Maple Life. You did mention a short shift. Some days just feel longer than others, I imagine. I've had pretty early days the last 2 days because of my daughter needing help yesterday with her car, and then today going to have breakfast with my mom. She was surprised to see me, and I was glad. I said Jago. Okay, Jago, my ego. That's still funny. But thank you for letting me know. I'd hate to have to say it wrong all the time. Somebody likes Jägermeister. German drink, German shot. Maple Life, I was a corrections officer before my condition made me have to quit. And then with my eye being messed up, I was kind of forced to quit, not by the prison, but by myself and my health. So, but yes, and that's where the ex-wife still lives. So that's why we really had to be closed-mouthed and so private about stuff because we didn't want inmates to find us. So it can be scary. I've been in some really hairy situations. So that's where the poker face comes in. Well, if the prison officers, if the corrections officers are doing their job, you should have nothing to worry about. Oh, thank you. Yago, I appreciate that. I try not to let my condition get me down so much. As it's nobody's fault, to include mine, that my body's a butthead, you know? What you put out, you get back. So, wow, I've never had it mixed with anything. The few times that I've had the Jaeger. Thank you for stopping by. Have fun at your concert. Good night. Bye bye. Hey, Daedria Berry? Is that right? Daedria? Or Dadria? Or Dadria? Or Daedria? Janina, thank you for stopping by. See you later. Daedria. Okay. That's a cool name. I've never heard that one. Hey, Janice. Janice or Janice? I'm guessing Janice. Janice. Okay, I got it right the first time. Yay me. Just like Daedria. It's weird. It's always been like a hobby of mine to get people's names correct because my last name is complicated. So, You know, Mariah, now that I'm not with the ex, I've been debating whether or not I can relax a few of my rules and give out my first name, and I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do that, but probably, probably real soon, maybe on my anniversary mukbang. Don't think there's any harm in saying my first name. All right. Thank you, Janice. I already had gotten contacted by an inmate that supposedly was at the unit, the very last unit that I worked at, because the last prison that I worked at was a drug rehab prison. Any inmates that were female that were getting ready to go on parole, as a stipulation for their parole, because their crime was alcohol or drug related, they said, okay, we're going to go send you on parole, but you must complete the 6-month program. Or judges, where people would get in trouble and they'd get like their crime was drug or alcohol related, and let's say they'd get a 10-year sentence, the judge would say, okay, we'll put you on probation or probation for the 10 years. However, that the condition is we'll do that if you'll go through this 6-month rehab. And so they'll come in and do the 6 months, and if they complete it successfully, then they can be on parole. And a lot of the younger girls, I'm talking 18, 19, and 20, used that program as a quick way back out on the streets, and you could always tell. But this inmate emailed me and said she wasn't there at the time that I worked there, but I had to tell her. I never saw her again, so I'm sure she bounced out of my channel, which I'm sad for. She could still watch me. It's just that I couldn't, communicate with her because the ex-wife was still working at the prison, and I just couldn't take that chance. And I tried to say it as nicely as I could, and I told her, if you've been in there, you know the rules about corrections officers and inmates. It can't happen. So she never said I understand or anything. She just stopped communicating, which I was glad, but I felt bad. It just can't happen. So that even made me go, wow, especially when the wife found out. She almost was going to make me maybe stop the channel. So, I mean, she has no say now, but okay, there's 7 of y'all. I've just decided I'm going to tell you my first name. However, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you call me by my first name in the comment sections, because I never know who else is watching my videos, I will delete your comment, and I really don't want y'all to be mad. Okay? I'm sure somebody will watch this, but it's an hour and 35 minutes, and not many people are going to watch the whole hour and 35 minutes. Because I'm not going to say on the label of this video that I'm going to say my first name. But my first name is Diana. So, oh my God, I can't believe I told y'all. Oh my God. So, just please continue to call me Fluffy in the comment sections. I just really, really hope y'all understand that. So, what? No comment from y'all? What? Thank you, Mariah. Yeah, my mother named me after the song Diana. Thank you, Jessica. Yes, I've gotten that too, Mariah. But I'm older than that song. My mom did the Frankie Valli song, Diana. She loved that song. It was one of the first American songs that she listened to. I guess she memorized because she's from Germany and so came to the States without knowing hardly any English. So she learned how to speak English through soap operas. You know, when I catch this power strip right here, out of the corner of my eye, it looks like a PVC pipe. And I'm like, no, dumbass. It's a power strip. Oh, man. Neighbors are mowing. Besito. I know. I know. Can you hear him? He just really... You're not a Rottweiler. No. What are you going to do? No. Now the front door. Well, I guess the conversation's hit a lull. Maybe next time I'll talk about my experiences in the prison that curl your hair. Things that really go on in prison. Oh, cool, Igma. Appreciate that. That's what I asked. How did everybody get notified? So I guess since it's the YouTube app, they would notify my peeps. Usually my few attempts, I've gotten 2 people. When I did one on Instagram, it was like 1 person. Me and Views on the Road had a really good chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Mariah. You know, sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe people, and then sometimes they'll knock you off your sub notification. I mean, video. So you might want to go back and check your bell. Seriously, I don't know what YouTube's up to. Write them down, Jessica. I'm the same way with things I want to discuss. I'm thinking, something I wanted to tell them. Besito. Stop. You're gonna wake my kid up. Shh. Right, Jessica? Sometimes it's like, quit circling the airport, Fluffy. Just get to the point. Mariah. Usually when like Superfly goes live, I'm either at my mom's house or I'm in the car. Like not the last one, but the one before that, I was at the Walmart pickup. I could only be on for like 2 minutes. I may prepare better next time. I know, boo-boo. I know. See the takeout bag there? No, that's her hat. That's the takeout bag. Yes. You say hi to them, boo-boos? Yeah? You say hi. Look. Look. Yeah. Mariah, I do like makeup. I used to have a ton of it until it all got old, and then I, had to throw a lot of it away. I do like makeup, I really do, but sometimes I'm so fatigued that I don't put it on. But here lately, I've been trying to do my skin products again, the one that Nicole gave me to get my skin back looking good. So yeah, I love makeup. I just can't do it like Kelly Casina and her sister Nana Rambles. All those two women are stunning. Jessica, yes, I do, because you don't have that impulse buy. Because that I'm bad about that. Oh, let me go down this aisle. I'm like, oh, I could probably have that, or even going down the grocery aisle, you see something, go, oh, I haven't had that in a while. Let me get that. So yeah, my grocery bills are a lot less doing it through the Walmart pickup. Thank you, Mariah. I try. I try to at least put lipstick on, but not all the time. I I I miss it sometimes. I miss not doing it. There you are, Laura. Yes. Yes, I tell that to the checkout ladies. I'll have like 12 items and I look at her go, I came in from toilet paper. They just start laughing at me. Yeah, it has saved me a lot from impulse buying. Thanks. I love red lipstick. Love red lipstick. Oh, thank you, Laura. Thank you. Sorry I haven't been on the last couple of days. My daughter came home, so I've just been kind of hanging out with her, but she's taking a nap, so I decided to go ahead and see how this live stuff worked out. So it's working out. Yes, Mariah, I think so. My daughter got, and I think they're dupes of the Kat Von D because they tried to imitate her designs on the outside. And there's a lot of really cool colors. And I have a black and I have a purple. And I have that purple shirt that I wear on occasion. And one of these days, I'm gonna put the purple shirt on and the purple lipstick on and see what happens. I look all goth and stuff. You probably could wait. You'll see me and go, oh God, Fluffy, yeah, I could have waited for that. You ever like, no, go back to the red. But that stuff stains so bad. And because I have the psoriasis on the lips, when the lipstick, that purple, when it starts to wear off, and even some of the other red that I wear, when it starts to wear off, I get splotches like it stays longer on the. So the purple looks really weird when it comes off. So I may have to try to eat something that's gonna be try to that won't take the lipstick off as much as something else. Like if I ate a burger, it would take it off, and then I'd have these big purple patches. And Lord help me, when I tried the black, it looked really bad. It looked like I had a fungus or something after I tried to take it off. Well, they weren't a few minutes ago, Laura. Somebody's mowing, and so little man went kind of nuts. And of course, I'm trying to keep him quiet, so he doesn't wake up my daughter, but then I'm yelling at him to be quiet, and so I'm not being quiet, so. You're the only one halfway commenting. Shows I have 10 folks watching me. Probably some silent viewers, and that's okay. Yeah, I was yelling, Besito, get over here. I'm like, really? Because if he didn't wake her up, I probably just did. I know that there was a London fire. I don't think they have determined. My daughter and my mom and I talked about it. I don't think they think it's terrorist again, because this would be number 3 for them. I think they were doing renovations when the fire broke out. So my mom said something about could possibly be faulty wiring. I'm when I say I sure hope it was faulty wiring, only for the fact that because I really don't want it to be yet a third terrorist attacked. I mean, none of it would have been better. So, but how about where the lady threw her baby out 10 stories and someone caught it? That was amazing. I know, Mariah, I know. That's just terrible. Really sad. Really sad. No city should have to go through that at all. So, I'm just hoping those 2 incidents aren't the first 2 of many around the world, to include the U.S. Jessica, it is. It is very scary. I try real hard not to think about it too much, simply because I don't want to scare myself into not wanting to go anywhere. You know, I don't want my fear to stop me, because, my PTSD for my fall already has me trying to avoid stairs when I can, to avoid really, really large crowds, because I'm afraid they'll knock me down and I'll hurt my eye again. So I'm thinking that's enough. That's enough fear. That's good. I'm good. Um, is that an option that I could do? Because if I can't, I'll check it out in my settings, and if I'm the one that has to allow it, then I will allow it. I'll double check and see. Oh, look, y'all, I got glamour. Hmm. It's a bunch of fun stuff. Look, let me have bubbles. Ooh, look. I need to quit. Don't mind me. I'm just having fun over here. Oh, here, dance party. Look. Woo, woo. Let's see, what's the other one? Dream. You're dreaming. I'm in your dreams. No, I better not be. Y'all got some problems. Let's see, we did beam. How about 8mm? Oh, wow. I like that movie. Ooh, that was a gross movie. Let's move on. Dawn. What it look like in the morning, y'all? Sorry, here, let's go back to normal. Thanks, Jessica. I try to have a good time. Look, my underarm fat showing. Let's cover that up. Not that y'all don't know I have it, but still. Thanks, Laura. All right, y'all. I think an hour and 53 minutes is quite long enough, don't you? I'm down to 6 folks, and I know somebody, Mariah, I think you've got Chinese coming, so I'm going to stop it here. I appreciate y'all coming. God bless y'all. Positive vibes out to each and every one of you. Remember to always be kind. Mariah, I got 2 hours, girl. I gotta go. In the words of Arnold, I'll be back. Y'all take care.